Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Erica and you are at the Lopsided Crafter. Grab yourself something to drink, sit back for a spell, and let's talk about all of our yarny goodness and creations. Hi and welcome. For those of you that do not know me, my name is Erica. I am the indie yarn dyer, crochet designer, knit designer, and now blogger behind the Lopsided Crafter. It's Summer Sock Camp 2022. Can you believe it? I'm a little behind the 8 ball, behind the game, if you will, of showing you the yarns and patterns that I have chosen to work on during Summer Sock Camp. I have already casted on one of my socks because camp did officially start on the 28th, which was last Thursday. But I do want to show you the patterns that I'm going to be doing. I've got a few set out that I would like to do. I'm going to show you some of the yarns that I'm going to be using. I'm doing a deep dive in the yarns. I'll explain a little bit more when I get to that section. But first, what I want to do is show you how I categorize everything in Ravelry so that all I got to do is just go to a folder, have all my patterns there, so they're there when I'm ready to either print them or download them to Knit Companion or whatever. So let's go over to our other screen and I'll show you what I've got going on. All right. So right now we are on my Ravelry, and this is the library area. I'm going to move myself down here just a little bit so that you can see. So you want to go to your library section, which I was already there. And I have all of my patterns already set up into sets. So what you would do to create a set is you would go down here to where it says add and edit custom sets. You would type in the name of the set that you want. Basically, a set is a folder. You can see that I already have Summer Sock Camp 2022 down here. So I don't want to obviously add another one, but I will show you just for example, if you want to name it test, create set. So now I have a test set or folder, if you will. So now that we've done that, how do we get the patterns into that set? Well, now what you want to do is just go back to your main library. All right. So we're at our main library here, and I've got 2 sock patterns that I want to add to that set. So if you right over here, now I am using my computer. It may be a little bit different on a phone, but you should have right under your edit your notes, you should have something that says select sets. You click on that and it brings down those folders for you. I'm just going to click on Summer Sock Camp 2022 and hit that X button. I also want to add this one. I'm going to do the same exact thing. So now when I go over here to my sets and I click Summer Sock Camp 2022, all the socks that I want to make or hope to make are right here in that set or that folder, if you will. So well, let's just start with the ones that I know I'm going to make. I am going to definitely be making the Journey socks. Pull this picture up for you. This pattern is by Heidi and Lena. My son's girlfriend loves no-show socks, so I'm going to make her a pair of those. And I'm thinking I'm going to do it in this right here. This is some yarn deep in my stash, yarn that I dyed a very, very long time ago. This is a one of a kind, and her favorite color is moss green. So I'm contemplating doing those in this or in Perfect Pair by Loops and Threads. We'll see which one she likes better. I'm kind of leaving it up to her as far as how she wants to do the care of the socks. So that's the first pattern that I know for sure that I'm going to make. The second pattern that I know for sure I'm going to make, because I've already casted it on, is String of Hearts by my friend Maddie of We Share Needles. She is a beautiful person inside and out. If you do not follow if you do not follow Maddie or Kristen on Instagram or on YouTube, you definitely should. They are hilarious. So I am actually using a yarn kit that I got from Arkansas Yarn Company. They created these kits specifically for the sock pattern. I have already started. I'm working them in tandem. I've got a little bit done here on one sock. Can you see the heart cable coming up? Isn't that pretty? And then I've got the cup of the other one. So that is the second pair that I know for sure that I'm making. Let's go back. Rainbow Connections by Kay, the crazy sock lady, the host of Summer Sock Camp. I'm going to make those, and I think, again, this is Deep Stash Dive. I am going to be doing my smoky gray and this green and yellow. I think that would look very pretty. I'm trying to get rid of, not necessarily rid of, but I'm trying to go through some of my older deep stash. Get those off the shelf so I can bring in my pretty new yarn. So that's the plan for those. Again, this could change. I'm not, holding myself to specific colors, that kind of thing. Okay, so the next sock, I think I want to make this one for my mom. This one is called Rose Petal Sandwich Socks by Danielle. I'm going to say George. And look at that detail. I think that is absolutely beautiful. I have chosen to use the Perfect Pair as of right now from Loops and Threads. This is the color Glory Days. And the reason is because my mom said she doesn't want to do any hand washing, any laying flat to dry, none of that. She wants to be able to pop it right into the washer, dryer, and be done. Which I know you can do that, with your superwash yarn, sock yarn. But I want them to last a little bit longer. So I'm going to do these socks for my mom in this. Now, I may end up changing my mind because this is a self-striping type yarn and it may not look too good in this pattern because I want the details of this detail right here to definitely show up. So this may change. But that is how I add all of my patterns into one area so I know exactly where they are. And then when I'm ready to make that pattern, I can either download it to print or I can upload it to Knit Companion, which is what I usually do. So yeah, let's head back over to our other screen and I'll show you a few more things. All right. So I hope you guys learned a little bit about how I like to group my things because I'm a planner. I have found since I have opened up my yarn business that if I do not plan or schedule things, some things may tend to go to the side. If you have not watched any summer sock camp prep videos, I highly suggest that you watch my friend Alana and my friend Cassie. I will post links to their videos below. They both are new to YouTube, don't have a lot of followers, so please, please go show them some love, watch their videos, and encourage them. I would really appreciate it. They are so sweet. They are in the membership with me at Love and Stitches. I just love them to death. So like I said, please go show them some love. I'm sure that you will like them as well. So let's see y'all. So I showed you the yarns that I want to use. I also have another yarn here, the West Yorkshire Spinners. I love this yarn. Again, I'm trying to use some yarn from my stash. I think this may just be a simple vanilla sock with the shadow wrap heel. I love the shadow wrap heel. As Alana said, trying to do different techniques this year, try different things. I have tried the heel flap and gusset in the past. I will say it's not my favorite, but I'm going to try it again. I also think that I want to try the, I believe it's called the Vanilla is the New Black. It's like a triangle type heel. I think I want to try that too. So those will be like my vanilla knitting, but the patterns that I showed you on Ravelry are the ones that are more my pattern knitting. Again, those yarn choices may change. I have been known to cast something on and, you know, change my mind, frog it, use a different yarn, that kind of thing. So, who knows? Who knows? Okay. You know what? I've got these other yarns too. I just don't know. Like I've got this beautiful purple and pink that I've been holding on to for a while. I don't know. But I've got all my stitch markers ready. So you know that if I'm going to do a pattern from my friend Maddie, who lives in Arkansas, and I'm going to be using yarn from my friend Lori, who also lives in Arkansas, then I'm going to have to use an Arkansas stitch marker. So I will definitely be using those. I've got some stitch markers from my friend Julie that I will be using, even though I got the crochet related ones. It's okay. She makes beautiful wooden stitch markers, so I will be using these as well. I got these cute little stitch markers from Whimsy Sassy from a friend in the Love and Stitches membership last quarter. We did a quarterly PAL exchange. I'll be using those. And so I just mailed off my summer advent, and I didn't keep any of the yarn for myself. What was I thinking? But I did keep a stitch marker. This is from 3 by the Sea. Isn't that adorable? So I will definitely be using this as well on my projects for summer sock camp. So I have all of my stitch markers. I keep them in this little glass like candy jar type thing. I got this at the Dollar Tree, guys. The $1.25 tree now, I guess. But when I got it, it was $1. I love it because it's got, you know, it can set this way or you can set it that way. It's got several different flat spots on it. I kind of set it like that because it reminds me of a candy jar. So I've got that. And I've got my needles ready. So for the Journey socks, I normally use a US 1 2.25 millimeter knitting needle for my socks, but the Journey sock calls for a 2.5 millimeter. The only one that I have that is a 2.5 that is circular is the Skacel Rockets, and these are the squared, so I'll be using these for the Journeys. If you follow anybody on YouTube that has knitted those socks or have read any of the comments, you definitely do not want to change the way the pattern is written. You know, we all love to alter things because we think that designer does not know what they're talking about. But guess what? They do, especially when it comes to this pattern. The way she has designed it, because there's really no cuff, you think, oh my gosh, this hole is just absolutely too big. Trust the designer, especially with this pattern. Trust everybody else that has done them before you, that you want to follow the pattern. And you definitely want to use the needle that she suggests. I've got my DPNs out for anything that is heel flap and gusset. I like to use the DPNs for that. I've got several other packs of needles. I also purchased, and they are not out here with me, but I purchased 2 16-inch circular needles. So I am going to knit a pair of socks on 2 16-inch circs this year. So that will be a new technique for me. But yeah, I think that's about it. I think that covers everything summer sock camp related. If you guys are doing summer sock camp, please let me know below. If you have a YouTube channel and I don't know about it, please let me know that also. Tag me on Instagram. I would love, love, love to see everybody's socks. This is just a fun time of year, a nice community gathering. I have made good friends in summer sock camp, and some of my friends before summer sock camp have, you know, the socks have brought us closer together. So I think that's probably it. Do I have anything else? Oh, if you want to keep up with my notes, my thoughts, my whatevers, be sure to check out my blog. I definitely will be posting about my summer sock camp projects, like how I created the sets, which you've already seen, so I'll be posting about that. I'll be posting about my yarn choices. I'll be doing probably a review on this yarn, although I've had it for a while. I haven't used it, and I'm not even sure if they still sell it, but I'm going to give you my thoughts on it anyway. So yeah, check out my blog. I've got some new yarn that I just added. Excuse me, guys, it's allergies. This time of year, I just cough, cough, cough. So this is a new colorway. This one is a salmon color, and I named it Slammin'. And then my other color is called Unicorn Farts. So yeah, do you know how hard it is for me not to take this ball band off, take this yarn up, and cast on a pair of socks with this yarn right here? You can ask Carrie of the Happy Crafty Homemaker. I'm not usually a pink person, but I don't know what it is about this yarn, but I love it. Again, I named it Unicorn Farts. What a perfect name! Okay, guys, that's all I've got. Until next time, happy sock knitting. Bye.